We're focused on pumpkins today. So there's a few pumpkins behind me. Ooh. Book me! Hey Cakenistas, it's Marisha. I'm finally going to do a pumpkin cake, a beautiful festive fall pumpkin. Elegant, fall decoration, Thanksgiving table. And then on the other side, it's gonna be Halloween. Spooky, a little bit creepy, a little bit, I don't know if you wanna sit this cake out at night in the dark. It's actually carrot cake. I'll leave the link for that video in the description below. Thank you so much for all of the subscribers. We are doing it kind of big, not big enough though, so you know, hopefully if you haven't done so yet, you will subscribe to this channel right now. Let's get started. Okay, Cakenistas, so I'm going to start off with a 6-inch cake. It got a little bit burnt at the top, long story, but it's still amazing. I'm gonna cut a small hole out the top of the cake, cut it in half, and then fill it with my cream cheese frosting. Then sandwich it back together and begin carving. So I started to just kind of carve inward at the top. I'm using a small sharp serrated knife so that I can be very detailed with this. And then eventually work into cutting the grooves of the pumpkin. Cover your cake in some tasty frosting. Make sure that it's tasty, because if it's not, what are you doing? I'm using an offset spatula to cover the cake with my frosting. I'm also going to pay attention to the center of the cake as well to make sure that that is frosted. I'm going to go all around the cake and remake the notches that I carved out. Buttercream is going to be your best friend. I used cream cheese frosting, which is even closer of a best friend if you're asking me. We're going to cut out the bottom of the cake. We're just going to cut it on a slant so that it looks like it is curved. Then we're going to move into cutting the actual notches of the cake. I actually used the frosting to build up the pumpkin and then make little notches within the frosting as well. So once you get the actual final shape of your pumpkin done, pop that back in the refrigerator and let that chill again for about an hour. If you're me, then 4 days. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife to cut out the face of my pumpkin. It can look like whatever you want it to look like. Make sure that the mouth goes a little bit past the eyes if you want it to be creepy. And then we're going to cover the whole cake in some orange fondant. You can use your hands as well as a ball gum paste tool to make sure that you go in between all of those crevices. And then you're going to also mold out your eyes and your mouth. I don't even know if I got the actual face that I put in, but I made a new one. So there may be a third eye somewhere. The mouth may be on the other side. It felt like I was there, but then it felt like I wasn't there. I have so much frosting piled onto this cake to create the curve of the pumpkin. It's actually all frosting, so it's really cool when I'm making my face. I'm just pushing in the frosting. I like to use the back of a spoon to actually go around it at the bottom to push that fondant in. I made some yellow fondant to go on the inside of the eyes and the mouth like it was actually carved. And then I'm going to create a hooded eye on the pumpkin by bringing some of that orange fondant down over the eyes. Make it look kind of, you know, shady in the face. I'm going to push the fondant down inside of the hole that I created, and I'm going to fill that hole with some of my homemade sprinkles, and I'll leave that link in the description below, as well as some Sprinkle Pop sprinkles that I just got in the mail, literally. They are adorable. I'm just rolling out some brown fondant in a stem shape. I'm going to pinch the bottom of that and kind of flare it outwards. and that's going to sit right on top of the hole. Now make sure that you fill your sprinkles up because this is going to rest on the sprinkles. Once again, I'm going to use my fondant tools to flatten this out a little bit and then make some streaks going up so that it resembles, you know, nature and wood and dried out pumpkin stems. And then I'm going to pull out my new airbrush machine, you guys, and I put some brown edible paint in there, and I'm going to spray paint all of the crevices within the pumpkin to really make them stand out. I'm also going to airbrush around the eyes to make it look more shadowy. I made these little curly cues at the top, you know, that's important, importante. And now I'm going to airbrush some black onto the eyes of the pumpkin as well as the mouth. Doesn't it just have a whole different face now? I cut out some yellow fondant triangles to look like teeth. I did not mean to make them look this razor sharp, but it kind of worked to my advantage. So these are the fondant leaves that I made. You can check the description for that video. It's around the blank side of the pumpkin with fondant leaves and acorns. So we have Harvest on one side and Grimace on the other. I love this cake because you can literally just leave the face off and just have a beautiful pumpkin cake for the fall or for Thanksgiving, or you can put that face on and kind of trick-or-treat people, you know what I'm saying. Carve it out however you would like and have fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Couture in a Harvest versus Halloween pumpkin cake. Bye guys. He's a little bit shady. He's two-faced for sure because he's got no face and then he's got like a... Alright, let me calm down. Often you'll ask me exactly what tools I used in each video, and now I can actually show you the exact tools. I have an actual Amazon storefront with the tools that you see in all of the videos. I've been working really hard, very diligently to go through all of my 200 something videos to find each and every tool that I used. So that when you see it in the video, you can just check down in the description and see that cake pan, see that spatula. And if you purchase through those links, it will also support the channel so that I can keep better videos coming to you guys. I haven't done my eye makeup in a while. I have such hooded eyelids. Like, I put on eyeshadow, doesn't even matter. Can you see it? I'll see you guys soon.